I didn't realize how controlled the music industry is until I made this chart. See, I wanted to know how many of this last year's top 100 songs were produced by Universal Music Group, whose CEO is Lucian Grainge, who was directly named in the recent P. Diddy lawsuit that alleged that he has hundreds of hours of video footage and audio recordings of all of this illegal stuff going on, providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers, drugging and sexually assaulting people, underage girls, shootings, all kinds of drugs and firearms, and sketchiest of all, these crazy parties being hosted in houses wired up with secret cameras in every room, like Jeffrey Epstein style. There's photographic evidence included in the lawsuit. Pause if you want to read this. And the lawsuit directly alleges that CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grainge, was attending these parties and had direct knowledge of all of the crimes, or at least some of the crimes that I just mentioned. And again, this is all allegedly, according to this lawsuit, which has a lot of evidence to support it. And Lucian Grainge is the CEO of Universal Music Group, which is massive. And this is just my opinion from reading the lawsuit, but it looks like what it's alleging is that Diddy, with help of associates, is acquiring blackmail on rappers that are getting signed into the industry, and other musicians too, and then promoting them because they are now in the club. And so if the CEO of Universal Music Group is aware of this operation or in some ways involved, how much of the music industry is controlled by Universal Music Group? Well, what I did is I went to the Billboard Hot 100 and I grabbed all these songs by these different artists and put them into a chart. And that chart looked like this. And then I did the research to figure out what record labels own those songs. And when it's all done, Universal controls 33 out of 2023's top 100 songs. That is 1/3 of the music on the top hits charts. And I'm not alleging that all of that music was done through this sexual blackmail scheme. I'm not alleging that it's all a direct causal relationship. I'm just pointing out how small and consolidated and tied together the music industry is and raising some questions. And just to clarify my methods real quick here at the end, I did this research by typing in the name of the song and searching for it on Google and then finding the Wikipedia page for that song specifically, and then scrolling down to the label and then tracing. So Capitol is owned by Universal Music Group. So that's actually Universal on my chart. Obviously, it's a little more complicated than that, but I just wanted to simplify it. Next, I'm gonna analyze how much of that top 100s chart is controlled by a certain group that people have a lot of allegations about. See if there's any basis to those claims. And I think I'm also gonna watch all the music videos for all those songs and analyze whether that content is what you would consider wholesome or destructive to culture and people. You know, like generally perverse or promoting really bad themes. I'm pretty curious to see how that metric lines up with which record labels and which owners of those record labels, so stay tuned. And if you haven't seen my video yet about the connection between Diddy's lawsuit here and his sexual blackmail ring and the death of Michael Jackson, check that video out. It's a banger. You can find it on all my platforms except for TikTok. Go figure.